Hello students, in this video I'm going to show you how to get started with your PowerPoint exercises. So there's three parts to it. One, you'll have your Canvas, and you can have Canvas open or not. But to get started, read your purpose of this assignment. That gives you a roadmap of where you're going and what you're going to be doing. Also, the outcomes give you an idea of what you're going to be working on. For example, you're going to be practicing cut and paste and um, applying a theme to a presentation. And so we're going to have a video to get started. You're listening to this video right now, you should be. And so now the first part then is Canvas. So in Canvas you get your instructional handout, and it tells you to go to GCFLearnFree, and then later you'll come back here and it will be you'll look at your rubric, which will tell you how I'm going to be grading things, how many points for different things. And then you're going to upload all your files. So now you don't upload the files until you get ready to when you're finished with all of these files. So you don't upload them one at a time. Wait till you're all done with them. Save them in your folder for your computer class. Maybe make a folder called PowerPoint and put all your PowerPoint exercises in there. So once you have 12 files, then you will upload them to me. Okay, that's what you do in Canvas. So the other thing you need to do is you need to get the instructional handout, because I don't put all your instructions right in here. I have them on a separate handout. So let's download that. Not preview, but download. And it should come up over here in the corner. Sometimes it appears over here, and sometimes it downloads up here in the corner. But mine is over here. So I'll open it. And then I'd want to print it if I can. If I have a printer, go ahead and print it. And if you don't, you can have this on your screen, or you could open up this file. You could download this file and then open it up on your tablet or on your mobile phone. Or you could have it on half of your screen. If you use your Windows key and the right arrow, it'll pop it over to the side. And then you can have another part of your screen working like that, so you can work back and forth. I find that a little bit hard. So the best way to do it is to print this, and you can print it at school at RTC. They have printers that you can use there, or you can go to the library and print it. Okay, so get your handout, because this is your instructions. Then the next part that you have to have is you have to open up GCFLearnFree, which I have on my bookmark. And before you get started, always go down here and go to My Account and log into your account. It'll be a login page. I'm already logged in. Okay, and now let's go back over to the next thing you might want to do is to have PowerPoint open. So I'm going down on my taskbar and I'm opening PowerPoint. And for right now, I'll just kind of close it. Whoops, I didn't want to close it. I wanted to just, I'll get a blank screen. Okay. So now I'm working from GCFLearnFree, my handout, and PowerPoint. So on my handout, you can also just go back and forth from here to here. That's the hardest way to do it. Like I said, if you print it, it's easy. Okay, so go through the GCF tutorial called Getting Started with PowerPoint. If I click this link right now, it would take me over to GCFLearnFree, and I would need to, I'll just do this for you. And you just want to make sure, come way down here to the bottom and make sure that your account is open if you go that route. So you can access GCF right from the internet, or you can use my link. My links in there take you right to the correct tutorial. Okay, so now you need to get some information before you finish the exercises. So if you don't know anything about PowerPoint, you want to get started, and you'll watch this video. And it's going to talk about the ribbon, the quick access toolbar, and the backstage view. So listen for those words and descriptions. And then it talks about the PowerPoint interface. The interface is what you see and how the computer is working with you. What's the start screen? What's a new presentation? So we have a blank new presentation here. And here's an interactive here to see the different parts of the PowerPoint screen. Here's your quick access toolbar, the ribbon. So you might want to navigate around there and use this interactive to see the different parts of the PowerPoint screen. Now you're going to be working in the PowerPoint environment, and here's the ribbon, and it explains all that to you. And it's got some other terms here, auto hide ribbon. I'll show that to you in a minute, and the tabs. And then it talks about the quick access toolbar and how you get things on that. Now, that video that you watched is covering all of this information. So this is like having a book. So you watch the video and then you can use this material here as you need it. And okay, so it talks about zooming in and out. And then when you get down to the bottom, it has this little challenge exercise. So this challenge exercise at the end of a tutorial is the same one as what I'm using in my handout. I cut and pasted all of these challenges into one big handout so that you'd have all the information together. So, and then I made a few changes too, if you for saving your file and what to save it as. And so if we look here, see this little picture here, it shows what when you're finished, your presentation should look something like this. And so if we look at my handout that I downloaded, you can see that I've got the same thing, the same picture there. So I've just added a little bit. This looks like there's more than what is in here, but actually it's about the same. And then I add a few of the steps so that it's a little bit easier to do. And you're going to be naming your files a certain way, because that's an important skill when you're working, is to have a consistent way of naming your files. So that's called a naming convention. And our naming convention is, I'm going to show you right over here, is your three initials, not XXX, but your three initials. And if you don't have three, put an X in the middle and then make it 3. And then this stands for PowerPoint, exercise 5, and then the topic, a description. So this is my naming convention that I like everybody to use, because right now it's a small class, but when I have 32 to 50 people in a class and I'm opening up each and every one of the files that they create, I need to have everybody doing the same thing. So that's why we use it. And if you're working, your employer, they probably have a way of naming their files. And so you can't let that slide. You have to be good at naming your files and knowing what folder you put them in. So for this, I'd have a computer class folder, then I'd have a PowerPoint folder, and I would be saving all of these in there. And then when you get ready to upload these, you can do them in order, like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, so that they're easy for me to grade when they come in that way. Okay, so so here is your, whoops, come over here, and it's got this little exercise here, which is the same as my exercise over here. So at this point, you have your handout, and you go over to PowerPoint, and what it wanted you to do is open up a blank document, and then it has you go and check out different things here. Where's the ribbon at? Here's your ribbon. So it wants you to hide the ribbon and then show the ribbon. Then it has you work with the access, quick access bar. So if you want to put like to add something onto the quick access bar, these are the commands that you use all the time. Make sure that your autosave is turned off because it works a little bit differently if you have it turned on. Um, but once you're working on your own, you can have autosave on or off, whatever which way you want it is fine. Okay, and so that's, like on the first exercise, it's just merely going in here and looking at things, and then it wants you to put a little dot in there to insert something. These are called, this is your whole ribbon, and then these are your tabs in each tab. And then within each tab we have what are called groups like proofing, accessibility, insights, language. Let's go to the home tab. Our clipboard, slides, font, so all the things about a font are together, paragraph. Then sometimes they can't fit everything on this little menu here, so they have what are called launchers, and so I can launch. My computer just hung up. It does this every once in a while. It'll just totally stop, and I can't do much with it. So anyway, so click the drop down arrow next to the quick access toolbar and then add new quick print. So you're adding some things to that toolbar, and so it's just a few little things that you do with it to get used to that particular feature. And so there's several features here, and then like you get into slide basics, and at this time here you'll be opening up a file. So let me go ahead and click on that. Here's the file right here. And I need to enable editing, which it's instructed you that you need to do that. And then I do File, Save As, and put my initials here. And this is PowerPoint 005, and it is about slide basics. And then I can just delete all the rest of this out. And now I've got my file saved, and then look up here. This is where you can look and see what the name of the file is. Okay, and then I need to go over to here, and what am I going to do? I'm going to change the theme of the presentation, and I'm going to delete slide number 7. So they tell me to find the one that looks sort of like the one below. So let's see if I can do that real quick. Here we go, and design, themes. There's a drop down box that I can look and see, and you're getting all these previews here, and I don't see one exactly like that, and so don't sweat that. Just know that there's other, we can go with that. That would be fine. Then I have different variants too, and I can change the different colors. Okay, so let me go back to my handout over here and see what it actually says. Change the theme of the present. If you can't find the one in the model below, choose something similar. So something with a little brown in it would be good. Maybe let's go with this one right here. Okay, that's good enough. I've changed the theme, and so we can see how that works. Okay, now we need to delete slide 7, so I can come over here, and here's slide 7. I click on that, and I've just pressed delete, and it did that. Come back over here, add a new slide at the end of the presentation. And like the video that you've watched has already showed you how to do these different things. So we come over here, and we're at the end, and I'm going to do a right click, new slide, and I'm not sure, title, that isn't the one I'm supposed to have. I better do it up here, insert, home, new slide, title and content. That's the one that I want. And then what else? Add a new slide, title at the end. And then in the top we're going to type adoption, event dates. Watch how I do this. I'm going to copy that so I don't have to type so much. I'm going to click up here, proofread it. All right, and is there anything else I'm supposed to put in there? And select the content placeholder. That's this here whole thing, and just delete that. That was the placeholder. And it's given you instructions on what that means. So if you watch that video, and then we're just going to type this text into it. So I can take this and just click in there, and I've got the date in there. Then I save it again. There might be a little more to do to it, but I do File, Save As. I've got the right name. I check the name of it and I say Save, and I replace it with my new version, and I can close this. I do File, Close, and I'm ready to do the next assignment. So there's a few other little things that it wants you to do if you can follow those. Then the next one, you watch the video, check out the video, read through some of the text here on what they're doing, copy and paste, dragging, and then you're going to go over to the handout, and I've lost my handout again. So open up, I don't see where my handout is, so I get it. So you go to your handout and you follow the instructions, open up the file, change the file name, do the work on it, check it out and see if it looks sort of like this, and you're ready to go. And once you get all 12 of these done, then you're ready to come down here and you upload your files here. Read the rubric before you upload to make sure you've got them all. Count your files and make sure you've got them all. And you're ready to go. And once you're done with 12 of them, then do the next set over in here, modules. See how much you have to do. There's just two sets, like this set 1 to 12, and then 13 to 25. And then this 26 to 33, you don't have to do all of these. There's some in there that are optional. And then when you get done, you can go through and get your GCF certificate. And actually, if you look, let's see, over here, I'm going to go to my topics, PowerPoint. As I've done these different things here, see how they got a little mark on them? But to get a mark on them, all you have to do is actually scroll down through it and just take a look at it. And when you hit continue, then whoops, back to tutorials here, then it is marked off. Okay, so I think that's all you need to do to get started. And please, please, if you are spending too much time on this, if you spend more than an hour getting started or trying to figure out what you're doing, please let me know so I can have a Zoom meeting with you and help you on it, because it's not intended to take up a lot of time. Okay, thank you.